She's literally grabbing her arm. It's wild to watch unfold. And still no whistle. Finally, on one blatant play, the referees had no choice. CaitlinClark got hacked on the arm, then slammed to the floor, and only then was a foul called because it was simply impossible to ignore. Every foul before that just swept under the rug. The WNBA got laid bare on national TV, and now they're frantically trying to spin the narrative. ESPN analyst and former WNBA legend Rebecca Lobo didn't just critique the officiating, she dismantled it in real time. Her comments weren't soft observations from the commentary booth. They were pointed, furious, and loaded with truth. And suddenly, what was just another game between the Indiana Fever and the Dallas Wings became the spark that might change everything. Lobo's critique wasn't vague. It was a detailed, slow-motion breakdown of repeated fouls on Clark. Missed one after another. There's a grab. There's a hold. Another grab. Every one of those is a foul, she said during the live ESPN broadcast, clearly stunned. And she was right. Replay after replay showed Clark being grabbed, bumped, and shoved with zero calls. Only when it became undeniably physical did the ref step in, far too late. This wasn't just poor officiating. It was negligent. This is the kind of thing you expect at a pickup game, not in a professional league aiming for global credibility. And the worst part? This wasn't even unusual. These are the kind of moments CaitlinClark faces regularly. Lobo, usually composed and professional, couldn't hide her disbelief. That's a foul. That's a foul. Finally, they call one, she repeated. Her tone said what fans have been yelling for weeks. Enough is enough. This wasn't Lobo going rogue. The entire ESPN broadcast crew was nodding in agreement. Play-by-play announcer Ryan Ruocco backed her up, dissecting each missed call alongside her. And it couldn't have come at a worse time for the WNBA. All-Star Weekend is around the corner. Interest in the league is at an all-time high. And instead of celebrating its stars, the WNBA is facing a full-blown credibility crisis, one exposed live by its own broadcasters. And now social media is exploding. The timing is brutal. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert had recently praised the league's officiating, insisting it was strong. Then national TV broadcast teams spend entire sequences highlighting how Clark is being fouled repeatedly without consequence. The Wings weren't playing basketball, they were body checking. And the referees just stood there. Clark's coach, Stephanie White, has been sounding the alarm for weeks. The disrespect toward our team has been unbelievable, she said. It's disappointing that it hasn't gone both ways. Her frustration is obvious. White doesn't even trust the league's internal complaint system. There's a process, sure, but does it even work? I don't know anymore, she said. And that's the heart of the problem. When coaches start losing faith in the system, it's no longer just a refereeing issue, it's a league-wide failure. This controversy goes beyond Clark. Chicago Sky forward Angelreese, who's often portrayed as a Clark rival, also unloaded on the officiating. I don't give a damn if I get fined, she said. This is cheap, and I'm tired of it. When Reese and Clark are united in outrage, you know the league has a real problem. It's not about one player. It's about a system breaking down. Even Kelsey Plum from the Sparks weighed in. I've got scratches on my face and body. These other guards get tic-tac fouls, and I'm over it. Again, not just one voice, multiple all-stars, all saying the same thing. The officiating isn't just bad, it's dangerous. Players are getting hurt, and it's avoidable. What makes Lobo's takedown even more significant is the context. She's not a random fan venting on social media. She's a Hall of Famer with decades of experience, calling games for one of the WNBA's most powerful broadcast partners. Her words carry weight. Her analysis can't be ignored. And this isn't just happening on YouTube or Twitter. This is ESPN on ABC, the biggest stage in sports media, where every word echoes louder. Even more revealing? This isn't new. Clark's had 17% of all flagrant fouls against her since entering the league. She's second in personal fouls drawn per game with 4.5, yet she's still routinely mauled with no whistles. She's not being protected. She's being punished, and it's starting to cost the league its integrity. Let's talk about the numbers. Clark has missed a chunk of the 2025 season due to injuries. The game in question was only her 12th appearance. Why is the league's biggest star missing games? Because they won't protect her. That's not tough basketball. That's a failure of duty. Even with all that, Clark still dropped 14 points, 13 assists, and 5 steals in just 25 minutes. Imagine what she could do if refs actually enforced the rules. But instead, she's being shoved, grabbed, and hit, and the league is watching it happen. This isn't a minor issue. It's structural. The WNBA is trying to position itself as a major pro league while relying on part-time referees who also work NCAA games. They're juggling 2 different rulebooks and inconsistent standards. Meanwhile, the NBA employs full-time officials with rigorous accountability. The WNBA? Not even close. It's like expecting your substitute teacher to run a law school. The divide is glaring. And now the divide is being exposed in the most public way possible. Rebecca Lobo, one of the WNBA's most respected voices, just told the world on national TV that the league's officiating is a joke. And fans agree. Fever supporters finally feel validated. They've been screaming into the void for months, and now a legend has echoed their cries. But some fans weren't happy. Lobo got criticized for fangirling over Clark because apparently calling out blatant fouls is now considered bias. She's the worst commentator. She should join the team's PR, one angry fan wrote. But here's what they're missing. Clark was on limited minutes due to injury and still had fewer fouls called in her favor than average. The stats support what our eyes are seeing. This isn't bias. It's facts. The bigger issue is what this all means for the league's future. If the WNBA wants to grow, it has to fix officiating. Period. It's not enough to celebrate rising popularity while your own broadcast teams are exposing fundamental flaws. The league can't continue pretending everything's fine while the product suffers. The solution? Professionalize officiating. Full-time refs. Training. Accountability. Everything the NBA already does. But instead, the WNBA continues relying on part-timers who struggle to manage high-stakes games. That's a ticking time bomb. Lobo's commentary was a massive moment. It wasn't just about Clark. It was about the state of the league. And if the WNBA doesn't respond, it'll cost them big time. Right now, they're trying to expand, get new TV deals, bring in more fans. But none of that matters if viewers think the games aren't fair. Sports are built on trust, and the WNBA is squandering it. What's more, the league is failing its biggest stars. CaitlinClark is a generational talent, pulling in record viewership and interest. And instead of protecting her, they're letting her get bullied on national TV. It's negligence. And now, the damage control has begun. But it might be too late. The credibility hit is massive. Rebecca Lobo just dragged the referees in front of millions. That's not something the league can spin away. They've got 2 options now. Fix the system or watch it implode. Because if fans lose faith, the league's momentum will evaporate. What do you think? Should the WNBA overhaul officiating before the 2026 season? Or will they keep ignoring the problem until it's too big to hide? Hit that like button and subscribe for more coverage like this. And remember, this isn't just about CaitlinClark. It's about the entire league, and the clock is ticking.